In a realm where ancient scrolls whisper secrets of gods and curses, destiny is etched in every fragile stroke of ink. The weight of betrayal and hope converges in one soul's quest to resurrect the silence of stone. In the heart of ancient China, where the horizon blurred into endless fields of ripened rice and distant jade mountains, the royal palace of Liang stood as a beacon of beauty and mystery. Under the glow of gentle golden daylight, its high walls of jade and red-tiled roofs whispered of legends past. Princess Yue, known for her quiet strength and luminous spirit, grew up amidst these storied corridors, where destiny was woven into every embroidered silk tapestry. The palace gardens overflowed with blooms in exquisite shades of vermilion and saffron, a living testament to the vibrant traditions of her people. Yet beneath this serene beauty lay an unsettling secret. 6 of her brothers, cherished heirs to the kingdom's future, had been stricken by a mysterious curse that turned their once lively forms into statues of sorrow and silence. Legend foretold that only by embracing the ancient power symbolized by the 6 crimson cranes could their fates be mended. The soft murmur of water in the palace fountains and the rustle of bamboo leaves provided a constant lullaby to Princess Yue's troubled nights. Visions of shimmering red birds often danced in her dreams, urging her to seek the truth. She recalled whispered conversations between loyal servants and clandestine murmurs in the twilight corridors hinting at a darker conspiracy, a plot to overthrow the royal lineage, orchestrated by unseen, malevolent forces. With courage blooming in her heart like a lotus in spring, Yue resolved to break both the curse and the threat lurking in the shadows. In that moment, as the first rays of dawn painted the heavens in hues of amber and rose, Princess Yue realized that her destiny was intertwined with her brother's salvation and the hope of a renewed kingdom. Stepping out into the light of a new day, the princess felt an inner warmth that defied the encroaching dread of familial loss and treachery. Every step on the marble slabs of the palace courtyard resonated with purpose. Every sparkling dewdrop on the blossoming plum trees reminded her of the delicate, fleeting nature of life and opportunity. Thus began her perilous quest, a journey that would forever alter the tapestry of her life, filled with trials not only of the body, but also of the spirit. As the first steps of her journey began, Princess Yue ventured deep into the ancestral halls of the palace, where ancient scrolls told secrets of both honor and despair. The royal sage, an aged man with silvered hair and eyes that held a lifetime of wisdom and sorrow, recounted the myth of the 6 crimson cranes. Long ago, he intoned with a voice that echoed like soft chimes in a vast hall, the divine spirits set the fate of our bloodline. When treachery attempted to sever our ties, a benevolent curse was laid upon your brothers, binding them to a fate of perpetual slumber until true courage awakened the ancient magic. His words, laced with both reverence and regret, reverberated in the quiet of a hidden library. Dusty rays of sunlight streamed through high windows, dust motes dancing in the beams, as if nature itself were a silent witness to the unfolding prophecy. If you're drawn into Princess Yue's journey and the mystery of the 6 crimson cranes, now's the perfect time. Like the video and subscribe to join us for every tale of courage, betrayal, and redemption we bring to life. Determined yet cautious, Yue pored over fragile scrolls, their calligraphic strokes guided by masters of the past. One particular scroll, inked in hues reminiscent of blood and passion, depicted 6 radiant crimson cranes soaring against a backdrop of tumultuous storms. It was told that these ethereal birds, emissaries of ancient deities, held the key to unraveling the curse. The princess's heart pounded as the vivid imagery spoke of rebirth and redemption. With every detail, her resolve to save her brothers deepened, melding with an underlying desire to restore honor to her family. Walking the corridors lined with ancestral portraits and intricate murals, Yue could not escape the sensation of eyes watching her every move, a reminder of the legacy she bore. She recalled the joyful laughter of her brothers in days past, a sound now silenced by fate. In quiet moments, she whispered to herself, "I will bring them back from this abyss, no matter the cost." Her words barely echoed in the expansive hall, yet they carried a promise as solid as the ancient stones beneath her feet. Outside, the gardens beckoned with their vibrant hues and the promise of renewal. Bathed in the generous light of midday, the blossoms glowed with an almost otherworldly brilliance, a stark contrast to the ominous undertones of the curse. Amidst clusters of saffron and crimson flowers, a solitary crane statue stood sentinel, its carved features smooth and imbued with a mystery that transcended time. This image, both beautiful and foreboding, ignited a flicker of hope that somehow, deep within the heart of darkness, there lay a path to salvation. Leaving the hushed corridors of the palace, Princess Yue embarked on a pilgrimage to the ancient temple of the Crimson Cranes, nestled on the edge of a mist-wreathed mountain range. The journey was arduous, a testament to her determination and strength. The path wound through emerald rice paddies and along streams that sparkled like silver threads under the mid-morning sun. As Yue traversed the countryside, the harmonious blend of nature's colors and the timeless wisdom of the land filled her with a resolve that transcended fear. Along the road, villagers greeted her with respectful bows and whispered blessings, for they too believed in the legend of the 6 sacred birds. During her pilgrimage, the princess encountered Master Liang, a humble hermit known for his mastery of ancient rites and lore. Beneath the sanctuary of a centuries-old cypress tree, he recounted the story of the curse. "Your brothers that lie in silent despair are bound by forces that conspire in the dark corners of fate," he explained softly, his eyes reflecting the depth of the mountain springs. The curse is not merely a spell of stasis. It is the embodiment of treachery and loss, a mirror to the corruption festering within those who envy the purity of our lineage. Only through the awakening of the spirit of the 6 crimson cranes, each representing a virtue of our ancient blood, can the curse be undone. Courage, loyalty, wisdom, compassion, perseverance, and hope must shine anew. His words resonated with ancient truth and painted a vivid picture of the trials that lay ahead. Encouraged by Master Liang's guidance, Yue pressed on, enduring treacherous mountain paths and unpredictable weather. The atmosphere along the rugged trails was one of divine tranquility, intermingled with rigorous challenge. As the princess paused on a rock overlooking a valley dappled with the glow of noon, she recalled a promise made to her now silent brothers. In her heart, every step was a vow to revive the bond of their shared destiny. Amid the chorus of nature, the rustling bamboo, the murmur of streams, and the distant call of wild birds, Princess Yue discerned that true courage was not the absence of fear, but the relentless pursuit of hope amidst adversity. That evening, as twilight draped the temple in a soft lavender haze and the first stars began to appear, Yue meditated on the intricate balance between light and shadow. Her journey was not simply one of physical distance, but also a passage through the corridors of her own soul. Each lesson encountered along the mountain paths reaffirmed her unwavering commitment to break the ancient curse and restore her family's honor. Leaving behind the protective embrace of the kingdom's borders, Princess Yue set forth on a solitary journey into lands unknown, where the boundaries between myth and reality blurred. The road out of the royal domain unfolded into a sweeping panorama of lush valleys and terraced fields, alive with the songs of nature and vibrant, sunlit colors. As she ascended into the higher ranges, mist began to wrap itself around Yue's shoulders like the breath of ancient spirits. Trees gave way to jagged cliffs, and a narrow path led to a forgotten valley that shimmered like a dream etched in jade and silver. There, carved into stone, stood a colossal crane gate, weathered by time, yet radiant with unseen energy. She stepped through. The world fell silent. In that breathless moment, Yue felt the past ripple through her bones, memories not her own, but of warriors, sages, and lost royals who had crossed this threshold before. A single feather floated down before her, glowing faintly red. She took it, the first sign. Within the valley, 6 crystal lakes mirrored the sky. Each held a vision, an echo of a virtue. The first, courage. She was plunged into a nightmare of fire and soldiers, reliving the night her kingdom was nearly taken by rebels. Her voice shook, but she stood her ground. Passed. The second, loyalty. Yue saw herself offered a crown if she forsook her cursed brothers. Her lips bled from the words she refused to speak. Passed. The third, wisdom. A riddle of the stars, whispered by a blind spirit. She answered not with facts, but with the truth of her heart. Passed. The trials pushed her beyond reason. The fourth lake asked her to give up hope. The fifth demanded she let go of her grief. The sixth, hope, was the hardest. In complete darkness, she had to walk, unseen, unheard, alone. She walked anyway, passed. As the final trial faded, the valley erupted with color. Crimson cranes soared overhead, real this time, wings radiant with firelight and stardust. Each one dove toward her heart, vanishing into her chest. She wept, not from pain, but from the unbearable beauty. When she opened her eyes, the feather in her palm burned like a phoenix heart. The curse was breaking. Yue descended the mountain not as a girl, but as a legend. Villagers whispered and followed. Flowers bloomed at her feet. When she reached the gates, the guards stepped aside as if moved by a force they couldn't name. She carried no weapon, only the sacred feather and the calm of one who had touched the divine. The palace stood silent. Her brothers lay still. Yue stood over their bodies, 6 still forms, 6 brothers who once raced through the lotus ponds. She placed the feather on each chest and whispered the virtues: courage, loyalty, wisdom, compassion, perseverance, hope. The room trembled. One by one, the brothers gasped awake, eyes wide, hands trembling, tears flowing. Yue fell into their arms. The curse shattered like a mirror in sunlight. The cranes flew above the palace that evening. 6 of them, red as dusk, wings wide over the city. Word spread like wildfire. A sister's love had conquered ancient magic. A family torn apart was whole once more. And the people sang of Yue not as a princess, but as a daughter of heaven. Years passed. Yue's story became legend. The Crane Temple was rebuilt. Her name was etched into the walls of time. And every spring, when 6 crimson birds flew above the capital, children would look to the sky and whisper, "She walked through darkness so her brothers could see the light." If this story touched your heart and lit a spark of hope, don't keep it to yourself. Share it, subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss a legend like this again. Let the spirit of the Crimson Cranes live on.